40 fight, and I have Crawford winning this fight. Crawford's going to win this fight doing something that nobody's done to Canelo.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. And it didn't take me going to camp to know this.
Okay.
If he doesn't fight the one way that he can only fight to win it, Terence Crawford has 6 ways he can win it. And my money will go on the man who has 6 ways to win it over the man who has 1 way of winning it.
It's going to be the same version of guy that's going to show up in September? No. I mean, Canelo, he didn't look as fit as he did his last fight. He looked listless. He looked like he didn't care. He didn't have the crowd behind him.
Shawn Porter is confident Terence Crawford will dominate Canelo Alvarez. He highlights Crawford's elite preparation, fueled by discipline, precision, and lightning-fast speed. According to Porter, Crawford won't just fight. He'll implement a brilliant strategy that Canelo won't crack. He envisions Crawford's flawless execution dismantling Canelo, leaving no doubt about his superiority. This isn't just a fight. It's set to be a historic showcase of dominance, a performance boxing fans will remember for years.
Makes sense, though. If Crawford's going to win this fight, he'll surprise people in the fashion he does it in. Because a lot of people picking Crawford, they think foot speed and turn Canelo all night. And I'm like, nah, he's
born victor?
No, it's just he's definitely a lot better than the guys of the last couple of years who have tried to beat Canelo that way, Billy Joe, Caleb. But even though he's better than them, it didn't that game plan, it just didn't work. So it's not gonna look like that if Crawford pulls this off. It's gonna look different than that, to your point.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. has named Terence Crawford the more versatile force against Canelo Alvarez. According to Jones, Crawford boasts 6 distinct paths to victory, all fueled by his adaptability, sharp ring IQ, and incredible in-fight adjustments. Canelo, on the other hand, relies heavily on one plan: constant pressure and punishing power shots. If Alvarez falters, Crawford's flexibility will dominate. Jones stresses that at elite levels, the ability to adapt often decides the outcome. While both fighters are elite, Crawford's wider tactical arsenal gives him a crucial edge. That adaptability could be the difference maker in a razor-thin battle, potentially allowing Crawford to outsmart and outmaneuver Canelo in what promises to be a legendary clash.
Right? He does have a chance, and I think he could be victorious. If he doesn't fight the one way that he can only fight to win it, Terence Crawford has 6 ways he can win it. And my money will go on the man who has 6 ways to win it over the man who has 1 way of winning it.
So you think Canelo has to kind of fight the perfect fight, right?
If he don't, he's in trouble. If he does, he should be all good.
Let's talk about the weight a little bit, right? Because we all know everything you accomplished as a heavyweight. What is Terence dealing with right now?
I don't think Terence is dealing with much of anything, because Terence did like I did as a heavyweight. He bulked up to the weight. He's been dealing with super middles and light heavyweights in training. If you can deal with them in training, you can deal with them in the fight. So the weight should not even be an issue.
Do you think Terence is that one fighter where he could accomplish what a lot of people are thinking is not doable? Is he that one fighter who's just wired and has that different DNA?
He is, and not only to mention is he the guy that can, he's already done it. How many 2 or 3 division undisputed champions have we ever had besides Usyk is a 2 division undisputed champ? This dude is a 3 division undisputed champ already, and if he wins this, he'll be a 4 division undisputed champ. We may never see that again. See, people don't like to celebrate the reality when it's happening. They'll wait till the person dead and they talk about it. This man is the only 3 division undisputed champion that boxing has ever had. And we're asking, are we wondering, can he step up to a task? Really? Do you know who we're talking about?
Comedian and boxing enthusiast Aries Spears shared a historical take on the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford showdown, drawing from decades of classic matchups. He pointed out that legendary Mexican warriors have often faced elite African-American fighters, and time and again, the slick, defensive-minded boxers prevailed. Spears emphasized how sharp counterpunching, adaptability, and defensive mastery frequently neutralize aggressive, forward-charging Mexican styles. While recognizing Canelo as one of the most complete, battle-tested champions of his era, Spears framed this fight as part of that tradition, where speed, intelligence, and defensive skill can shift the advantage, giving African-American fighters like Crawford a potential edge in this high-stakes, must-see clash.
You take a top-notch Hispanic fighter, put him against the top-notch black fighter, the black dude usually edges him out. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Latino fighters, because look at the greats. De La Hoya, motherfucking
Roberto Duran,
Arguello, Felix Trinidad, what's my man's name? Chavez. So there have been legends, but 9 times out of 10, when the top Mexican legend takes on the top black legend, the black dude wins. Boxing and basketball is just something that niggas just, we got that wop that just, we edge you out. Duran lost to Hagler. He got knocked out so viciously by Hearns. Rumor is he's still waking up today. He lost he did the no mas with Leonard.
Yeah, no, I've been hanging out with Sugar Ray Leonard recently. We talked about that whole situation.
De La Hoya lost to Floyd. Yeah. He lost to Bernard. He lost to Sugar Shane Mosley. Usually the black fighters edge out the Latinos when it come down to it.
So basically you're saying Crawford's going to win because he's black.
I'm saying he's going to win because he's got skills. But that black component, that's that extra juice.
That's that extra juice? I mean, look.
It's like the Batmobile when it's going fast and then he hits the nitro button and the flame shoots out of the back of the car and takes it to another level. Black dudes have the nitro switch.
Veteran boxing journalist Dan Rafael highlighted Terence Crawford's extraordinary mental toughness, noting that the unbeaten champion not only respects Canelo Alvarez's threats, but actively embraces them. Rafael explained that Crawford thrives on challenges, using them as fuel rather than fear. High-pressure situations don't shake him. Instead, they sharpen his focus and elevate his preparation. According to Rafael, this mental resilience could be the ultimate game-changer, allowing Crawford to stay calm, composed, and ready for anything the fight throws at him. In a clash of elite fighters, Crawford's mental edge might just tip the scales in his favor.
I was really excited that Terence Crawford, when we were going through some of the historical things that could take place if he wins this fight, what they would mean. And at the end of that part of the conversation, he says, there's a lot riding on this fight. Like, he knows it. I don't think he feels pressure from it. I think he embraces that. But I like to hear that the fighter understands the magnitude of this fight and embraces that and realizes, like the general public that follows boxing or the media, that this is a bigger deal than your average fight, and that he is keenly aware of that. So I love that. He was very, very well spoken, and we discussed a lot of different topics, and I think people will get a kick out of it. It's on our podcast feed. It'll be up on the YouTube channel, and I hope people check it out.
Sticking with Crawford, because I've spoken to a few guys in his team, and there seems to be this mindset where they really, really believe they're going to win this fight, and obviously every fighter that goes into any fight will believe they win this fight, but do you get that impression that they're in no doubt that this goes their way, and it's a case of just turning up for a payday?
Oh, absolutely. Terence Crawford has never been the kind of fighter that's just looking to take a fight to get paid. Yeah, he's going to get paid a whole ton of money, and so is Canelo Alvarez. But, if you follow Terence Crawford, if you've watched the way he fights, watch the way he conducts himself, know him at all, even just a little bit, I can't claim to be like best buddies with him, but I got a pretty good feel for Crawford, having been around him so many times for all these fights he's had. There is 0.000% chance that he is coming into this fight with anything other than victory in mind. I mean, he really believes that this is his moment to shine and create a huge addition to what's already a tremendous boxing legacy. Besides just the money, I mean, Terence Crawford can take a fight against anybody, make a good amount of money. And so while that's important, of course.
This bout is considered one of Terence Crawford's biggest tests, facing Canelo Alvarez, arguably the most dangerous opponent of his career. The stakes are equally high for Canelo. A loss to Crawford, a naturally smaller fighter moving up in weight, could leave a lasting stain on his otherwise legendary record. In boxing, legacy defines greatness, and defeats to smaller men at the peak of fame draw harsh scrutiny. For Canelo, victory isn't just about pride. It's about cementing his place among the sport's all-time legends and protecting the reputation he's fought so hard to build.
Legacy. And he gave a resounding yeah. A resounding yeah. He said it would massively tarnish Canelo's legacy. And some of the things that he said were just basically things that most of us know, just some register and make sure that other people know and others don't, right? But it would tarnish his legacy, and for the obvious reasons. One is, we know that the guy's older. Crawford's older. He's going to be 38 years old here, right? So he's an older fighter. He's an active fighter, right? And most of the time, these are things that, make people say that people are going to lose. Man, he's inactive. So he's pretty inactive, hasn't fought in a year, hasn't fought more than once a year in 3.
Showbiz the Adult, a respected boxing analyst, broke down the high-stakes Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford clash with sharp insight for both fighters. He praised Canelo's durability, relentless pressure, and trap-setting counters, while highlighting Crawford's wrestling roots that honed his balance, leverage, and in-ring adaptability. Canelo's raw strength, proven in battles against bigger opponents, remains a key weapon, but Crawford's elite athletic IQ gives him dangerous versatility. Former champ Chris Algieri warned against judging Canelo by his John Ryder fight, noting he always